Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about finds. Since it feels like it's a good continuation from the filters that we talked about. So as a recap of filters, because I think it really ties together, let's create a const numbers again before we go to the actual thing that we want to do. And I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and 4. And to create a filter that will just show me the number 4, for example, I can do console.log and then say numbers.filter, no, not filter, and then say number, and where number is equal to 4. Okay, so now I get 4, but I get it in an array, right? And what I'm expecting to receive is an object, which has the club name, the games played, the wins, and everything. But that's not gonna work if I get an array. What I used to do for the longest time was that I would just like do a filter that I knew would only return 1 and then just do 0. And that works, but there's no need to do that. Okay, so that's where find comes in. So we have the original clubs. And when I change this select, so I'm gonna console.log the name here so that you can see, when I change this select, you can see that I get the name of the club, which matches the club here. Okay, so we can work with this. So I can say original clubs that find. First, let's do a filter so you can just see the difference. And you know that I can just go now and say club and say club equals name. I think that's 4. Yeah, that's 4. Okay, so right now it works. So I return an array with one object and it returns me Eintracht Frankfurt. So if I do this is exactly what I want, right? So I can paste this in here instead of this I am fake and return this. And this will work, but we don't really need to do this because that's the main difference between a filter and a find. A filter will return all items of an array that match what you asked, but a find will only return the first item and it will return it as an object because it can never return more than 1, so there's no point in returning an array. So if I remove the 0, it will stop working again. But if I make it a find, it still works, and that's because this will return an object and not an array. So console.log and this, and you can see that it's an object. So yeah, that's the main difference between a find and a filter. I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one.